exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to some more Saturday pregame. That is right. We've got a Buckeye game today, and we are very excited because Ohio State is taking on a very, how should I put this? A very helpless or hapless Nebraska Cornhuskers football team. So basically, if you're not familiar with why I'm calling them that or using those words for Nebraska, it's because Nebraska over the years, especially since Scott Frost has taken over as head coach a couple years ago, probably like 4 years now at this point, maybe 5, they have not lived up to expectations. Scott Frost obviously played quarterback at Nebraska back in like the 90s, I think, or maybe early 2000s. I think it was the 90s. And he was brought back in, similar to how Jim Harbaugh was brought back in Michigan. He was brought back in to be the Nebraska guy that was going to change the program, that was going to make it back to what it once was in like the 80s and all this stuff, where they were actually like a good team. But let's just say that did not go as they planned it. It did not go very well. Scott Frost has not lived up to the hype. He has not even really done anything in any of the seasons that he's coached at Nebraska. They suck. They cannot find a quarterback. You think that and Jim Harbaugh is like this too, that guys that were once quarterbacks would know a good high school quarterback when they saw one and be able to develop, and not just recruit them in, but be able to develop them into a good college quarterback. But Jim Harbaugh and Scott Frost have not been able to do that. Now, Jim may have found a guy in Cade McNamara. We'll wait and see on that because it's still, in my opinion, a little too early to tell. But Scott Frost, he's got Adrian Martinez, and we all know, if you've ever watched a Nebraska game, how bad Adrian Martinez is. Now, he's very athletic, he's very fast, he's very slippery in the tackle at times, but for the most part, Adrian Martinez is not a good quarterback. He makes a ton of crucial mistakes. He throws a lot of interceptions, he turns the ball over all the time, he fumbles a lot, He doesn't make the right decisions. He's a bad quarterback on a bad football team. Now their defense is a defense. Okay? At times they can play better. I would say the Buckeye defense as it currently stands is better than this Nebraska defense, and that's saying something because I don't think the Buckeye defense is that great. I think they are improving, and I think they are building up to being a better defense in the nation, but obviously nowhere close to like some of the top defenses in the country. But Nebraska's defense is not better than this Buckeye defense. It is certainly not better and able to cover up what this Buckeye offense does. I mean, Penn State's defense was the best defense the Buckeyes have faced all season. It will most likely be the best defense they face until we get to Michigan. So, and that's including Michigan State, because I don't think Michigan State's got that great of a defense. So what is going to happen in this game? I think the Buckeyes will steamroll Nebraska. I don't think it's going to be much of a challenge. It is in Lincoln, so that does add a element of, I don't know if you want to say like an element of unknowing or concern or so, like there's always that little factor of being away from home, going to a hostile environment. Yes, it is Nebraska and the team is not that great, But anytime you go to a hostile Big Ten environment, it's always a little bit of a challenge. You know that when you go to Purdue, Buckeye fans have nightmares of Purdue at nighttime, of Northwestern, all these Big Ten schools that you would think would be easy victories, but when you go into a situation where it's a hostile Big Ten environment and you're the big time favorite, it's a little bit scary. So, but I don't think that's going to happen with this game, this Ohio State Nebraska game, because of just how good this Buckeye offense is. CJ Stroud, he did struggle a little bit against Penn State. I'll give him that. But I think he was just a little bit shell shocked at how aggressive that Penn State defense came out and played. So I'm assuming he's going to be more well equipped to face this Nebraska team that is ready to go, and so he's going to be able to hit his passes, able to hit Chris Olave, hit Garrett Wilson, hit Jackson Smith and Jigba, hand the ball off, because TreVeyon Henderson, he got his bell rung, not in terms of a big hit or anything, but he got a wake-up call in terms of not being able to be as dynamic, be as explosive against that Penn State defense. That was a tough Penn State defense. I will give them that. That was a tough Penn State defense that came to play and gave the Buckeye offense some challenges. But this Nebraska team is not that good. So, and TreVeyon, even in that game, had over 100 yards rushing. So, I'm assuming that this game is going to be much more like the Maryland, the Rutgers, the Akron, all those games that were previously in the season, because TreVeyon Henderson's going to, I assume, break out for 100-plus yards, maybe 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns. Another great Heisman moment for TreVeyon Henderson. CJ Stroud will have 5 touchdown passes. It'll be a blowout because this Nebraska team's not good, and their defense especially will not be able to keep up with the high-powered offensive nature of this Buckeye squad. I mean, even not Luke Farrell, even Jeremy Rucker. That's how I was trying to remember the tight end's name. Luke Farrell was last year. Jeremy Rucker, even he gets involved now later in the season. I don't know if that's some sort of recruiting tactic. They have tight ends that they want to bring in, so they got to throw it to the tight end. I don't know what it is, but he's even getting involved. This offensive line does need to play a lot cleaner. They were a sloppy mess against Penn State. Penalties, just missed blocks, letting pass rushers go freely at CJ Stroud or TreVeyon Henderson or whoever is back there, Mayan Williams, whatever. Like, you can't have that, especially against Penn State. You definitely can't have that against Nebraska. So this offensive line, and I'm assuming it's going to be better because this is arguably the best offensive line in the country. They have 5 stars, 4 stars all across the line. They have first-round draft picks all across the line. They have second-round draft. They have NFL players all around on this entire offensive line. And so as long as Luke Whippler doesn't have as many boneheaded snap infraction mistakes as he did against Penn State, they should be fine. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was nervous or he was too overexcited trying to get to the block of a Penn State player, but he was messing up snaps, he was missing assignments, he was doing all this kind of stuff. Like, it was one of his worst games that I've seen him play. And by the way, where's Harry Miller? Does he just not exist? Did we all just dream Harry Miller existed and then like we woke up and he never really existed? We just all manifested him? Like, because he was supposed to be the starting center. He hasn't played all season. Nobody said anything about him. It's like he doesn't even exist at this point, and Luke Whippler's been the starting center all season. So I don't know what happened to Harry Miller. I don't know if he's in the doghouse. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know what's going on. I haven't heard a single thing about it. So I just figured I'd bring that up because I was curious about that. But this Buckeye team is going to steamroll Nebraska. It's not going to be much of a game in probably the third quarter, fourth quarter. I'm assuming we're going to see backups. I'm assuming we're going to see CJ Stroud done very quickly. It's probably going to be in the 60 to 70 point range for the Buckeyes and probably in the low double digits, like a 14, 17, maybe a 20 bomb for Nebraska. Maybe if they get lucky, like on the first couple drives of the game, and then the Buckeyes start to pick things up. So you never really know what's going to happen, but in some games like this, I feel like you do know what's going to happen. So that's my prediction. Around the 70s, probably I'm going to say 70. I'm going to say 77 Buckeyes. I'm going to say 77-24 Nebraska. because I feel like they get some garbage time points at the end of the game too. So I know it's a big score, but that's how bad I think Nebraska is. I know I don't usually give that high a prediction score for the Buckeyes, but I just think that this Nebraska team is just not good at all. So that's going to be my prediction. Let me know down below what you guys think. I would also like to say that I want to see CJ Stroud run the football. Please, you have so many opportunities to run the football, gain 2-3 extra yards that could be crucial on a third down, or you have a chance to where there's like 15 yards open space and he just runs out of bounds, or he throws it to a receiver that's covered, or just run the football. I don't know if you're afraid to do it, or if you don't want to get hit, or you just feel like your arm is more talented than your leg. Like, I don't know what it is. Just run the football when it's given to you. There was times that Penn State game, they were giving him first downs with him able to run, and he didn't take it. I want to see him run just so I know that he has the capability to do it. He's done it before. He did it in one of the games, like the Maryland game or the right. He did it in one of those games. He needs to do it again, and more consistently and more effectively. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Let me know down below what you guys think. If you guys agree with me on the score, if you guys agree with me on how bad Nebraska is, let me know down below what you think. That's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.